The black kavera tied around John Baptist Mayanja's waist is conspicuous, as is his crutch. We found the 38-year-old former taxi driver at his friend's home in Chinawa village in Sanji sub-county in Wakiso district. Mayanja lives in a single room with a childhood friend who felt sorry for him. The friend is a street vendor in Natete, roasting plantain or gonja for a living. When we visited, she had already left for work. Mayanja's ordeal began towards the end of January 2016 in Bentiu in northern Leech State in South Sudan, where he was working as a driver for a soldier who owned a car bond. Mayanja's wife owned a clinic in Juba and a shop dealing in second-hand shoes. His home in Bentiu was in a compound where he lived with other Ugandans. One day, at about 10 p.m., rebels struck as he lay in bed with his wife and baby son.
Twawulira ngatto z'abantu bangi kati nga batuuka mu kisaakaate nga bakuba amasasi. Kuba twali tusula ku buliri bwe bumu ne mukyala wange kati ng'asemba ku kisenge naye ng'omwana waffe abeera wakati. Kati essasi eryamukuba lyankuba wano ne liyita mu kisambi ne lisirikira mu mwana wano. Kati ne bankuba eryokubiri ne linkwata wano ne liyita mu bbunwe ne lijja eno mu lubuto.
When he regained consciousness in Bentiu Hospital, Mayanja realized that his wife, son, and 5 neighbors had died in the attack. Since most of the doctors had fled, Mayanja was operated on by medical assistants. The operation did not go well, and 2 months later, he was put on a ferry to Juba and then driven to Mulago Hospital. After a second operation, he was discharged. Later that year, he was diagnosed with colon cancer. The doctors advised him to seek another operation in India at a cost of $30,000 or over 110 million shillings. He sold off the rentals he had just constructed as well as his mother's land to meet the treatment costs.
Ndoza basala kyenda kuba baŋŋamba ekyenda ndoza kiddamu ne kimera kye balongoosaako ndowooza ekitundu ekyo ekyalimu awali kansa kuba yali akyali muto nga n'akamufuna ne bamusalako badokita ne baŋŋamba nti nteredde.
But his health problems have persisted. The bullets have affected his nerves, which is why he lives in constant pain. For the last 3 years, he has had to inject himself with 6 ampules of tramadol, an opioid pain medication, every day. The medication costs him 12,000 shillings daily.
Bumanyi okunnuma n'enfuluma wano nga sikyasobola kwebaka wano wansi. Ntandika okutambula mu bantu bemmanyi ne mbeegayira ne basabiriza ne bampaayo obusente. Kati ate obulala mukazi wattu ono zajja mu bugonja zanguliramu obudagala.
In November last year, a good Samaritan he has never seen paid for an operation on his bladder, which had been damaged by the catheter. The operation, which was conducted at Case Hospital, also removed a hernia. The good Samaritan also offered to pay school fees for his 2 other children for 1 year. Joweria Naiga, the friend whom Mayanja now lives with, found him in a church where he had been sleeping after being homeless for many months. Naiga's mother also takes care of Mayanja's children. In May this year, Parliament approved payment of 76 billion shillings to 114 Ugandan companies affected by the war in South Sudan. As expected, Mayanja has never seen any of this money. Now he needs another 5 million shillings for yet another operation on his bladder, which hopefully will put him back on his feet so that he can provide for his family again. Many Ugandans suffered financial loss when civil war broke out again in South Sudan in 2016. Mayanja lost his livelihood, part of his family, and is now an invalid who spends his days and nights on this couch. Gillian Nantume, NTV.